talk about, and you know what, I'm going to mention it first, is it just recently came out, the very first episode of Marvel's The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Yep, we're going ahead and we're giving our reactions to it tonight.
This came out shortly right after, like, I believe it was like the week right after the finale of WandaVision.
That would be yesterday, March 19th.
That is correct.
Yeah, bro. Shortly right after WandaVision, we get the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And yes, folks,
Surprisingly good start.
fair warning, since we're discussing it, if you haven't watched it yet,
Spoiler alert!
So if you don't want to watch, if you don't want to hear what we have to say, tune out now.
We're going to put a
That will be
spoiler
good.
warning bit thing in the description on the clip of this, but you are warned. There are spoilers. We will talk spoilerifically. And if you haven't watched, then go ahead and tune out. You can come back later. If you have, or if you want to be spoiled, then feel free to stick around because shit got fucky for Bucky, man.
Yes, indeed. Let's get into it. First of all, I like how the first episode is not a half hour long like WandaVision. It's actually a full hour. So
Yeah, nice chunky, nice big chunk. And I would like to thank the producers of the show for deciding to go, you know what, WandaVision had a lot of plot to begin with. How about we just start with an action sequence and just get the blood pumping real good? What do you guys think of that aerial fight with Sam and the helicopters and the Kung Fu Frenchman?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You recognize him, don't you?
Batroc the Leaper
Yes.
from The Winter Soldier. Yeah, Georges St. Pierre. Super dominant.
One of the few people that managed to actually last more than 10 seconds against Captain Miracle.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Sam had a really hard time fighting the guy. Like, he was able to keep up with Cap. I don't think, like, at the time I was thinking, no, Sam doesn't have a chance. He doesn't.
But he
To
did.
be fair, though, the other guy had dudes and guns, and Sam was trying to rescue a guy and wasn't a time limit, and his dinner was burning in the oven, and his batteries were running out, and his downloads were stuck.
So, like,
And the Steam sale was going on, and he had to get the COVID vaccine to his daughter that he just has right now.
jeez, man.
Oh, man.
So, I guess this answers the age-old question: who would win in a fight? An army, a small army of mercenaries armed with attack helicopters, high-tech weaponry, and at least one expert soldier of fortune, or one bird boy and his pet drone.
One
The
flying
bird boy
boy.
and his pet drone
The
wins.
bird boy and his Petro wins. And
Okay, so first, that looked cool as hell, but here's a question. Where the hell were they getting all those helicopters for? Was some downer supplying the helicopters? Because I saw like 7 helicopters in that entire sequence.
that's your biggest question? You're not concerned about the kill count of Red Wing?
Oh yeah, no,
No.
his bird, his little drone fucking murks people. He's
Yes.
got it set to murk entire freaking like helicopters worth of men.
Red
It
Wing
is so
has
beautiful.
a very surprising kill count in the beginning of the episode.
Perfect. Hey, man, listen, Sam was busy with the rescue operation. Somebody had to take out the bad guys. That's what the Red Wing, the assist is there to help. He pressed L1 because he had enough meter. Also, holy shit. Also, you know what? Props to them for actually showing a bit of accuracy to the fact that something the size of Red Wing wouldn't be able to carry something with too much of a caliber. So you notice how the missiles he shots are not meant to explode the whole helicopter. They take out specific components like the rotors to make them crash by themselves.
Yeah, exactly. They're tactical micro missiles, man.
Yeah.
Very good on that. They
That
could have
is-
made the whole fucking helicopter go off in a massive fireball, but they stuck that little bit of fantastic realism there. I appreciate the attention to detail.
That's some delicious Stark tech right there, buddy.
Yep, and all
Yes.
this was to rescue one U.S. operative by the name of I believe it's Joaquin Torres.
Yeah,
Is the
something like
character's
that.
name?
Joaquin
Remember
Torres.
him; he is important. Look him up in the Marvel Comics lore, folks.
Oh, I know who he is. He becomes the spiritual successor of the current Falcon later down the line, if I recall.
And there it goes.
Yep.
All right. Real quick on the chat, yours truly, Billy, is letting us know I'm done with Marvel after Endgame, so go ahead. Not that I hate them, but I lost interest. That's all. No, I am stoked for only one film, Mortal Kombat. Enough said. Laughing and crying emojis.
All right, well,
Hope
we've
you
already
enjoyed
talked-
that one,
Totally
but
within reason.
Yes, we've
If
already
you ever get the chance to jump back into Marvel, I highly recommend you start with the series. It's a nice, good ease-up if you ever want to check it out again.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it's okay because, you know, that certain movies are not for everybody. So, hey, that's fine. Pick your poison.
It's really it's really nice. It's tight action, and we have our introduction to the plot. Apparently, there's a faction of revolutionaries that call themselves the Flag Smashers. Who, and I did this as a little conversation with Angel. They're declaring that they are trying to build a world without borders.
Oh,
And
gee.
the first thing I said was, wow, yet another instance of some idiot motherfuckers who misinterpret the boss's will.
Listen, for the last 5 years after they lost their families, they had nothing to do except play Metal Gear. Something had to give.
Oh, God, you're not wrong.
You know, Disney and Marvel Studios has enough money. They can afford anything, so they can afford to give Hideo Kojima a paycheck.
Can you imagine Kojima actually making a cameo appearance in this show?
That would be beautiful.
He would.
He would just
He
walk,
would.
He would walk in frame. It would focus up on him. I told you so. Just walks
That
off.
would
He'll
be-
be the new Stanley, Hideo Kojima.
So,
How about
And
it?
of course, what we saw, they also have they are not just a bunch of anarchists without reason. Whoever seems to be their coast leaders appears to be a dude who has some manner of superpower, as apparently he can kick a motherfucker so hard they go flying into the next scene. And he stomped the dude so hard that he stopped being a policeman and became an actual character in the show.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
Well, without going into the actual episode, I do want to talk about the two characters, Sam Wilson, the Falcon, and Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier. Now, on the one side, Sam's current situation is that, yes, he's still dealing with, you know, his last talk with Steve Rogers, Captain America, who passed on the shield to him, and he's still coming to terms of whether or not he should be the one to carry the mantle of Captain America. Hell, even Rhodey called him out on it when they both had their little chatter after the press conference.
He's like, hey, man, why are you trying to become a main character? And Sam is like, bro, I'm not sure I can be a main character right now after all this. Like, this is a big legacy to live up to. And Rhodes is like, bro, you got to become a main character.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know if I can. Dude, you have to be a main character. But I can't, man. I can't live up to this. Don't.
Listen, man, either you become a main character or we have to deal with Sebastian start having PTSD for the next 7 episodes. Speaking of which,
Oh, God.
Well, yeah. Well, I was going to say, before we get to that, what I also liked from this episode is that we finally get more background on Sam Wilson. Not just him doing his missions as the Falcon, not just his struggles of dealing with the legacy of Captain America, but also family stuff.
family issues, in fact.
Oh, yeah, no, it's really neat. We established that he's got a sister who's got two little boys over here who grew up during the purge, the blip, whatever they call it. And
The Purge.
it was horrible and it was tough because people are gone and shit, and now everything's coming back to normal. So folks are like,
That's rough,
what the hell?
man.
And this actually brought up one beautiful and yet tragic little problem. Being an Avenger doesn't mean you get a paycheck.
Yeah.
Or apparently, whatever paycheck you get is not big enough to help anybody besides yourself.
Yeah, apparently his sister, Sam's sister, runs a restaurant or something, or runs a boating service, and they were trying to fix up the family boat and the family business and stuff. So he goes in and tries to grease the wheels of the financial industry by showing some like Avengers love, and they're like, "That's great. Doesn't Tony Stark pay for that stuff?" No.
Nope.
He's
I
kind
like
of
how
dead.
they-
Also, you've been gone for 5 years. We don't have any life record of you. Motherfucker,
Yeah, you were
kidding me?
legally dead.
I've been busy
The worst
being
part is,
unalived.
yeah, like what
The
the
worst
fuck?
part is, though, the guy makes an actual good point when he goes, listen, bro, in any other occasion, we would help you, but literally half of humanity just came back. Do you have any idea how many loans people are asking right now? Like, everything
Too
is
many.
completely effed.
Yeah, seriously.
So, yeah,
it's like
turns
people,
out not even, you may have saved the universe, but you are still not immune to life's problems, unfortunately.
I know, like them trying to deal with half the people coming back with all that, like their paperwork backed up, is just as bad as like us trying to file taxes during the pandemic.
It's a pain.
It doesn't help that clearly he and his sister, despite the fact that they clearly love each other, have some serious emotional distance between them, given the fact that Sam went off to save the world and she was unwillingly left alone for 5 years to essentially hold herself together. It's it's not Sam's fault, but there's nothing you can do to deal with that.
Right.
Yeah. And then on the other side of the spectrum, Bucky Barnes, and now we're gonna get to that.
Now we're gonna get to
Yeah.
what's fucky with Bucky. Oh my God.
All right, Juan,
Well,
go ahead
first
and
he
take
fucked
over,
up a lot
dude.
of people. Like, he fucked up a dude so hard that his soul went back in time and became Liu Kang for Mortal Kombat. That's how hard he killed that guy. Like,
Ouch.
you saw what he did to that Asian dude? It was so terrible, they couldn't even show it on screen. It was horrifying. It would really suck if he ended up with somehow dealing with somebody who was indirectly related to one of his victims. But that's no way that's going to happen, is it?
So Bucky's made friends with someone who's directly related to one of his victims.
Yeah.
Yeah, he makes friends with this old Japanese dude in Brooklyn, And
Yosh.
it's really sweet, and we were trying to figure out, oh, why is he being nice to this guy? Maybe he's someone he knew from back when the World War II era or whatever. Maybe he was a neighbor or something, or like maybe he grew up and like, oh, this Japanese dude's like a kid in the neighborhood. It's like, oh, hey, you're a nice kid or whatever. It turns out he's being really nice with this old man because he killed his son back when he was all hydrified and Winter Soldiery. He even Hail Hydra'd when he shot his actual mark.
Yeah.
And his son
Don't
was
forget,
regrettably
he remembers
a bystander.
every single person.
Which means that all the reconditioning and all the rehabbing that he did in Wakanda was for naught.
No. Oh, no. It wasn't for naught. All the reconditioning and all that helped calm his mind, and that helped him not be psychotic and Winter Soldiery anymore, which is great.
Yeah, well, tell that to the therapist.
No, the therapist.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Go on, Angel. I know you want to go off about this real quick.
Props to therapist lady whose entire career became, hang on, I'm going to sit here and call you out on your bullshit.
The stupid thing is that Bucky tries to call her right back out on there. Like, dude, okay, you're pulling the notepad out. You're going to write down what I'm saying over here. That's passive aggressive. You know that? She's like,
and
oh
she
my
goes,
God,
yes.
shut up.
She literally just goes, yes, I'm going to, because Bucky, right now you're in a terrible state. Like, I can read you like a book, and your dumbass is still trying to lie to me. And then I really like the part when she goes at the end and reveals that she was also a soldier. She was in the military. So whether he likes it or not, he really has no room to play the part of, you don't understand me, because she may not have killed as many people as he did,
but she
knows what he's going through.
Yep, exactly.
It's like, yeah, bro, I play the Metal Gear collection too. You can't pull that bullshit on me.
Which is nice because they're showing over here, okay, by the way, James Buchanan Barnes, the Winter Soldier, the most infamous assassin in all the world of espionage, you helped save the world twice in a row, so we're going to go ahead and give you a pardon. However, there are rules. You have to use your Winter Soldier memories and all your records to help the government in straightening out whatever's left of Hydra.
Yes.
And he goes about this with like a 3-step program as if you were Alcoholics Anonymous.
It kind of is.
Step number 1, I must not kill anyone.
I thought that's step number 2.
No, step number 2 is you must not hurt anyone.
No. I thought step number 2 was not killing anyone, and then he calls it out saying, why is that not step number 1?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Step 2.
That should be the most important step. And she's like, shut the fuck up and keep going.
Like, shut up. Don't try to change the subject.
And step number 3?
Like, you have to make amends with this person. And he does, so they show him doing this by, like, tracking down this politician lady that he helped get her into power by assassinating or doing shit for her while he was Winter Soldier.
Basically saying, I am not the Winter Soldier anymore.
You know, he sold her out to the authorities and got her car locked and whatever, which was fucking hilarious. And then he goes to her window, I am no longer the Winter Soldier. My name is James Bucky Barnes, and I am not in your control, and I am not a part of Hydra. Bye.
Smile.
What?
And he gives this plastic ass smile like, I'm trying to do my best. You know what? This entire episode is literally, shut up, he's doing his best.
Also, Juan,
shut up, he's trying.
Also, Juan, I know you were trying to defend like Wakanda rehab like some time ago, but I'm like, it may have helped him for a little bit, but his rehabilitation with Wakanda is just as effective as a freaking Aleve pain medicine.
Oh, that's
hey man,
strong
if
shit.
it works, it works.
Yeah, it works for hours, and then it stops working.
To be fair, though, this is not the kind of thing that simply goes away. Bucky is having some fucking troubles just living his normal life because as the last part of the psychological session really got to me because ultimately it does point out something very important. Bucky has nothing to do at this point. No family, no friends, and the guilt that is eating him alive is preventing him from connecting with Sam, who is like one of the few people that actually texts him. That one line at the end when the psychologist goes, you are free, and he looks at her and no anger. He just sounds dead when he answers her. To do what? He doesn't sound sad or angry. He just sounds despondent. Like he's like, can someone give me an answer for this?
Well,
What future do you give to a man that has no past and no present at this point?
Well, Bucky, you're in New York now. Maybe you can go pay a visit to Hell's Kitchen and, say hi to the Defenders.
And he's in New York. That's even fucking worse.
Look, man, I just want my Netflix and Bucky crossover, okay?
This is even worse. We put him in New York. You're going to put a man that stressed out in New York? Do you have any idea what happens in New York every single... Wait, no, we saw it.
Hey,
exactly.
Hey, Daredevil turned out all right.
And then he died. By the way, spoilers for Defenders.
I want you to look at personal life of Daredevil's civilian persona and tell me where in any fucking place does the word "alright" fit? Because let me tell you, it doesn't.
Luke Cage turned out all right.
That's why
the
he
last
died.
time we saw Luke Cage, he got a shotgun slug to the head and he almost died.
And like we're gonna be
all right. Yeah, I'm just going on rambling, but go on.
And the episode ended with, of course, Sam had turned in Captain America's shield, thinking, "Oh, the Smithsonian, they're just gonna hold it in memoriam." Nope, the government took advantage of that, and they basically said, "Hey, folks, we got a new Captain America," and the fucking guy that shows up is U.S. agent, who's dressed almost like identical to Captain America, and everyone's made the joke of, "This is what happens when you buy your Captain America off of the Wish app."
And I think the
Also,
character's name is John Walker.
Yes, Johnny Walker.
Can you imagine how insulting that has to be? You give away the shield and they tell you that you made the right choice, and 5 minutes later you find out that they basically just took the shield for you so they could give it to some douchebag that we later... By the way, this character, I'm not going to say anything about him, but let's just say that he is everything that Steve Rogers is not.
Yeah. He might be. We don't know. Not in this rendition.
But let's just say when it comes to right or wrong, that's a little subjective, especially with...
Point in cases, imagine you being the brother that goes, "You know what, let me give away the Excalibur because I am ready to take the throne of King Arthur." Understood. Hey, bro, catch. So anyway, we have a new King Arthur. Like the face that his sister was like, hell no.
Well, sadly, that episode ended right there. And obviously, you know, they're going to come out with new episodes every week, so I guess we'll just tune in.
And we'll find out from there, folks.